What's going on, guys? It's Shane, also known as the Pittsburgh PA, and welcome to another video. Welcome to the video, guys. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button down below so you can stay up to date whenever I'm posting content. Today's video is a little bit different. It's something that I wanted to do because I want my channel to be a little bit more complex and a little bit more individualized to who I am as a person. And so I wanted to make a video talking about the 3 books that I read after I got out of PA school. And I did this because, again, we are individuals and we are complex beings. We're not all just medicine. And I felt like kind of reaching outside of just the standard medical videos would be a fun idea, because these books actually do apply to the PA profession. I think that they can help a lot of providers. They can help a lot of people in general. And I am kind of partial to them. I really think that they offer a lot of value. And so hopefully you see this video, you check some of them out, and they offer the same value to you as they did to me. So let's just get right into it, guys. The first book that I read after I got out of PA school is actually The PA Blueprint. The PA Blueprint is a book by Shane Foley and Jordan Fisher, both PAs, and it actually goes out and outlines what you should do after you graduate PA school. I know, it's kind of awesome. It talks about the things that you don't really learn about in school, you know, how to negotiate your salary, the differences of where you live and how that can affect how much you're paid. Also, loan repayment programs. They talk about retirement, all the things that you really didn't learn in school that you should know. And I read this book in about a weekend. It was very easy to read, very laid out, and has a lot of resources in it. I highly recommend it. They did a great job. So shout out to those guys, because I think it's a book that doesn't get enough notoriety. It hasn't really been like popping up everywhere. I haven't seen it, but I really enjoyed it, and I think they did a great job. Number 2 is The Courage to Be Disliked by Ichiro Kashimi. I love this book. This book is actually so valuable if you need a perspective shift. I think nowadays, especially with social media and with the expectations that are put forth by just, you know, everyone, everywhere, it can be very discouraging when you see, you know, people online doing great things, or people, you know, buying expensive things, and you feel like you're falling behind, or maybe you feel like you're not there yet, you're not where you want to be, you have these goals, but you're not. This book just kind of grounds you. It really does, and it puts things into perspective where you understand that the ultimate freedom is truly having the courage to be disliked. If you can do whatever you feel like you need to do without being worried about what others think of you, it's pretty powerful. I'm not saying that you should go and be a mean person or go and do something radical or, you know, something off the wall crazy, but being able to make decisions on your own accord is huge. I don't think people recognize how often they're swayed by outside influences on the decisions that they make. So I really love this book. I think it's a great book for anybody, not just medical providers, but definitely highly recommend The Courage to Be Disliked. The third book that I read after I got out of PA school was The Psychology of Money by Morgan House. So The Psychology of Money is something that I wasn't really like jumping in to read, but once I opened it, I was like, wow, this is good. There's a lot of good points. The thing about it is, when you graduate from PA school, you're gonna have a whole new world financially, because, you know, you're introduced to some hefty loans probably, and you're also probably making more money than you've ever made before. And as a new grad, it can be difficult to navigate that. So this book kind of breaks down smart money habits, things that you can kind of practice and put into practice that can allow you to just make smart financial decisions. And especially for retirement, especially if you have, you know, a solid pay increase from where you were before you started PA school. So I definitely recommend this book for anybody who is interested in getting a head start on retirement, who are just unsure about where to turn to, where to go with managing money and loans and things like that, because I know that's something that a lot of PAs struggle with, and it's me too. But after I read this book, I kind of felt like I could handle it. I felt like I had the roadmap. Maybe not every turn mapped out, but I had an idea where I was going. So I highly recommend this book. And the fourth and final bonus book is The Charisma Myth by Olivia Fox Cabane. So the reason why this is a bonus is because I'm actually not finished with the book yet. But I've been reading through it and I really, really enjoy it, and I wanted to add it to this video because I think there's something to be said for it, especially in the light of being a medical professional. The book essentially dispels the myth that people are either born with charisma or they're not. And we know that I think in society that tends to be the general notion, like, hey, that guy just has it, or that girl, she just has it, and the other people don't. They're introverted. They're not able to hold a room. But this book dispels that, and it really talks about how we can learn charisma and we can learn to do things that make us a more charismatic person. And as a provider, it's actually really important to have that. And I'll tell you why. Because when you're in a room with a patient, you want to be present, right? And you want to have all your attention focused on them. And you want to make sure that you're listening. You want to make sure that the patient is listening. And you want to make sure that you're able to really hold them and have a conversation. Because if you're a charismatic person, patients are going to want to follow treatment plans more closely. Patients are going to want to follow up with you. And patients are just going to be more receptive to the things that you have to offer for them. And I don't know about you guys, but I couldn't think of a single provider that wouldn't want that. So being a charismatic person, being somebody that can hold a room, can actually do a lot for a medical provider or a PA, because let's face it, nowadays, I feel like our attention spans are so all over the place. It can be very difficult to capture somebody's attention. It can be very difficult to be that person that gets people to listen. So I really like this book. I'll let you guys know how it ends up when I finish it. But as of right now, being about halfway through, I really do enjoy it, and I think it's definitely worth the read. Did you guys like this video? If you did, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button down below so you can stay up to date with all the things that I'm posting here. You can also follow me on Instagram at the Pittsburgh PA. I post some content there as well. And if you have any questions, please reach out to me on social media. I love talking to you guys, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next video.